Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Ashley, and today we're going to be talking about how to create different textures in your art. So I know that that's something a lot of people struggle with, being able to apply textures just to give it that realistic effect, especially if you're doing portraits and things like that. So I just want to make this as simple as possible because you really don't need a lot to create a realistic texture or make your portraits look real, essentially. What I do want to mention is that you really only need a few different types of brushes, and I just want to emphasize that the texture layer that you're going to be using in your art is really that last layer. There is a bit of a formula when it comes to creating portraits or creating realistic images. The texture layer always lies with the detail layer, which is always the very last layer. And this is assuming that you are already either well versed with or have a good understanding of how to create depth in your drawing with values and shadows. And then texture is just something to essentially add detail into your drawing afterwards. So this video is going to be more so focused towards portraits. Like I'll go over how to essentially achieve like a skin-like texture, also like hair, eyes, lips, that kind of thing. And if there's any future videos that you guys would like to also see relating to textures, like maybe for food or animals or something else, just let me know. But texture is only going to look good or actually enhance your drawing if you already have a good understanding of shading and values down. So we're going to segue into my iPad and I'll show you some examples of what you can do to add to your drawing to give it more texture and essentially just more of a realistic look.
Okay, so starting off with this image, I just want to show you the skin up close as well, so you can see some texture over here. I'm just going to make sure I'm on the right layer. Essentially, you can get this blending pack in the description below as well. This is what I use for all my portraits, but I'm just blending out the skin just so that I can show you what it looks like to add texture. We're only wanting to add in any form of skin texture, which is honestly just like a grainy brush to the highlights of the face, where the light's hitting her cheeks and her jaw, for example. That's where you want to add in that grainy texture to create that skin-like effect. So again, feel free to grab my free brush pack in the description below, but essentially what you want to do is take like a lighter brush, a lighter color, so whether that's white or off-white, and actually create the highlights on someone's face using this textured brush. You can go over a highlight already with the brush too, or you can go ahead and create the highlights that you want to there. So again, this is only going to look good if you have an understanding of how to create depths with shading. So texture should really only be showing up on the face again in these highlighted areas. So something to keep in mind. And so after, for example, you add in this texture, you can kind of see a bit of a line happening around. So it's great to go into your smudger brush and with the same grainy brush and going in and actually just blending out those areas and making it look a little bit more real in that sense. So you can kind of like pull and just blend and play around with it. But that's essentially how I do skin mainly. All right, so the next one is hair. So again, this is in my blending pack, but you just want to get a hairbrush, like an actual brush that was designed to draw hair in Procreate, rather than just using like a very thin, I guess, other brush. Like even if it's just like one like line, as you can see, like that's just a basic line brush, or hard brush I should say, that's just in a single line. But you want something that has a little bit more volume to it, but there's so many different hair brushes that you can find online. See the difference there? So the idea is that you want to build out the outline of the hair with big strokes, and then you can go in and start adding in highlights essentially and lowlights to the hair and then blend those out. So I'll show you what that looks like. So for example, if we wanted to pick a little bit of a lighter color, of course she has black hair, but as soon as we use the hairbrush as the smudger as well, which you can do by just holding down the smudger when it's got the right brush on the brush tool, you just go in and you start just stroking back and forth, and it will create that nice highlight texture for you. And I would also say that for other hair, like eyebrows, for example, it's the same thing really. So you just want to make it a bit smaller. I use the same hairbrush for eyebrows as well. So you just want to essentially play around with the different colors that you want, but you just need to make strokes with an actual brush that's meant for hair, and then do the same thing that I had said before. You're just going to go into the smudge brush, and then you're going to from there just blend in those pieces and blend them back and forth. And it's really just a layering process, because typically I'd go back into the brush and add more hair after that too. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the hair. Next, I want to mention the eyes. So assuming you understand how to color in eyes, the only kind of texture you want to achieve in the actual eye is the shine effect to give it that reflective look. So you can see here I added in the actual light reflection in her pupil, and there's a little bit in the corner of her eye and the bottom. However, you can also create a more reflective effect in the eye by creating almost like a sheer covering over the eye. I'll show you what I mean by that. I always like to do this on another layer because it just makes everything so much easier. But you want to pick a brush. This is also again in my blending pack, the number 5 brush. But you just want to have a brush, something similar to this, and you can put it on a lower opacity and just glide your brush over it. And so you can play around with the eraser after that, but what I like to do is almost like erase eyelash reflection or shadows into the highlight. And then I also want to make the eye highlight a little bit like what am I trying to say? More like abstract. Like I don't want it to be like a straight up, rectangle or anything like that. It just needs to be like maybe oddly shaped, because realistically it wouldn't be a perfect shape. So that's eyes. That's pretty much it. That's all you really need to know. Again, this is a texture conversation, not a coloring conversation. So that's a great way to add detail to your eyes. Now, next is lips. So these are admittedly the hardest for me because lips range, especially if there's makeup involved. So when drawing lips without any form of makeup, oh, and by the way, I do have a video, a lip drawing tutorial as well on my channel too. I will also link that in the description below so that you can see how I actually go through the entire process. But essentially you're wanting to mimic the natural cracks in lips, and you just want to, before that, start out with a good base. So just like anything in your drawing, so essentially you just want to figure out where your highlights are and figure out where your lowlights are. I'm just blending this out here just to kind of make it a little bit more flat so you can see my example. But again, I'm taking my number 5 brush and I'm just using it as the smudger, and I'm pulling and pushing those highlights and the lowlights back and forth to, that was a mistake, but back and forth to mimic like the natural cracks in lips. And after that, to create even more texture, depending on if you are, having like a glossy looking lip or just a bare lip that has no makeup on it necessarily, I just wanted to show you that up close. Like it doesn't even need to look perfect when it's really up close. It kind of looks all over the place. But when you zoom out, because it's so small, it looks really good. So all you need to do is add in some white texture essentially, and you can play around with that. Again, I used my number 5 brush a lot for this, but there's tons of different options that you can do and different looks you can achieve. So again, I believe I'm just going to essentially go into my layers again in just a minute here, and I'm going to create more of like a glossy shine just to show you what else you can do to a lip. So if I create another layer and I just kind of add in this line, for example, and I start blending it out a little bit just because it does look a little bit too harsh and intense. And so I'm just pulling this in different directions and making this look a little bit more thin and just pushing it around. But yeah, essentially if you wanted to create more lines like that on the lip, you could make the entire lip just look like it has gloss on it just by doing something like that. My recommendation would definitely be having this on another layer so that you can erase and push and do these different things without affecting like what's underneath. But yeah, so this is a good example of adding like texture to a pair of lips, for example.
Hopefully you found this video helpful today for everybody that's looking to achieve more texture in their drawings. Feel free to leave a comment below if you did like or didn't like this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful at all. I'll see you guys here next week.